Guys! There's no need for fighting. It will never solve problem. What will solve problem is to kill that Zao King. Let's get him! If there's ever a time to hate on a character or want to vent your anger on someone, look no further than the Zao King himself. The chapter is practically the last setup before the very first battle engages, including on what's the main priority. It's a last piece of hype before hell breaks loose. If only they can redirect their attention to the king. A flock of messenger birds flies across the mountain, heading towards to Kanta. It captures the mood of great danger is approaching, and you feel compelled by their reaction. They may be from Zao, but you can't help but feel chills. For what I believe, the purpose of his startup is to create a compare and contrast feeling, which segues to upon seeing the Zao King himself, King Tojo. I do recall the story about him and sending his men to get his boy lover. Yet, what threw me off is to see him with a bunch of young boys in the bath with him and command them for his selfish needs. I thought it was one boy, even though this era did have kings with multiple mates. However, the way on how this chapter portrays is not only explicit that he's a pedophile, but he's a complete fool to treat everyone else that isn't him. His sense of fear is completely absent compared to others because of how he lets others doing the work for him. It irritates me to see a character like him. If that doesn't make you furious, he won't even assist Riboko with his urgent request to send men from Kanta so they can gather as many men as he can. All because the king is in Kanta. If he isn't moving, no one should. I know Riboko is the guy that we technically root for him to lose, but imagine yourself in a similar position. Wouldn't you be so pissed? Sure, he thought of sending other men from elsewhere, the one that's closer to his location, but Riboko thought the same as alternative, so he's not that smart. I actually feel sorry for the old man, because almost everybody in there is treating him like crap. Kakukai, high-ranking official, defends the king to the 10th, so he's no use at all. This isn't done in a way of a leader being total confidence in his or her plan. It's done in a matter of an idiot. He is a true idiot. The day to see him get killed, death sentence or whatever, will be glorious to see. That's how much I hate him. Riboko and his men are already heading out. It's the way to set the objective of this battle, and that's to pass through the gateway recipe. We got our first battle's objective, and already feel like the hype coursing through my vein. It makes it more exhilarating to have somewhat a timer sets up, since Riboko and others are going to take a while before they confront Quinn's army. It's a race against time. If Quinn wants to win it easily, so naturally we want them to get it done before things gets worse. The presentation in the chapter is nothing but chilling atmosphere when it comes to the battlefield. That also includes the flock of messenger bird scene, oozing out the mood of terror. The storm is coming. It really grabs the tense atmosphere when hell is about to break loose, including the near end shot of cavalry arriving to the first battle. The visual presents the Zao King as a snob piece of crap of a person, from getting pleasure in untimely manner with very young boys to having that smug look for everything he is doing, nothing to help. He seriously has a punchable face. I did find it funny on how the veterans usually outpace the new members of the army, yet in this case the former ends up tired out as the latter easily kept the pace with Shin. I got no further comment on that. It got me chills to see an empty space with cavalry approaching from afar. The mood shifts to a much tense atmosphere. Even the men were getting scared, yet Olsen pursued to move at his current pace. The chapter ends right when Kankis and his men begin to move and take on Zao. That's one way to end the chapter. So this is it. It has begun. As we have our goal, a timer that is Riboko's arrival, an arrogant douche that is the king that you can't wait to see him get obliterated. Yes, I'm using that word. And the battle now set in motion. We are in for a hell of a treat. It's a really good hype chapter to send off for the epic proportion. This is the first, but it's going to feel like the last. That's how epic it's going to be. I'm giving this chapter an 8. Finally, the battle has begun, and we finally going to get a lot of course of action. After so many build-ups, you know a lot of things are about to go down. So what do you think about this chapter? Do you think Kanki and his men is just going to take care of the entire cavalry on their own, or did something going to be a mishmash? I think they're going to be fine with this kind of reinforcement, unless when Riboko comes in, then things may get shaky. But I do think Kanki got this one. I think the worst will come when Riboko shows up, unless they have some reinforcement that we aren't aware of. Anything could happen because this is how Kingdom works. This is a full of surprises, full of crazy hype, and full of intense action. My thoughts are told, don't let yours on hold. Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.